RegenAG Nation, what is happening? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys joining me out here. I know it's probably nice and cool in your living room, wherever you're at, wherever you're watching from, but right now it's a little toasty out here for me. We're obviously in a field of beans here. I just want to pull a couple of plants out for you, kind of the caveman way, just yard them out of there. What you can see is we're just getting a little bit of development here down below on these beans. Up above, you're still seeing a ton of bloom there, stuff that's really going to come on. This field is grown tremendously. It's really just getting into a reproductive cycle, which is just awesome to see. I think they're going to do really well. As you can see, a lot of these little guys are starting to set. One of the main things with beans that you really got to pay attention to is just water. When it comes to filling out these pods, the number of seeds per pod, and then the size of the overall seed within there, a lot of that comes down to watering schedules. So you really want to keep an eye on this stuff. We're kind of coming into a little bit of a cooler pattern for this time of year, which is really helpful for these beans. Other than that, man, just beautiful color, gorgeous plants. We're just going to keep these puppies happy, and you know what, hopefully we'll have an outcome that is making the growers happy, us happy, everybody. So all right, so one thing I want to point out, these beans are irrigated a lot of different ways. This happens to be a furrow irrigated field. Obviously we got wheel lines, at times we got pivots, we got beans in all different situations as far as the watering is concerned. You start to get to this stage, you start to put a considerable amount of pods on a plant, and plus these things get a little bit growthy, they're going to get heavy. So what will happen is they'll start to tip on you a little bit as we go along, and these plants start to senesce down. They'll kind of tip. Some of those beans that are at the bottom of the plant here, they'll actually start to touch the ground. You really got to kind of get into some of those areas and scout for white mold, things like that. What can happen is either a rain event splashes some soil up on the pods or the plant, or these plants kind of actually tip over and fall over. You really want to be on the lookout for white mold. It can really do a lot of damage. So that's one thing I would recommend, is as these things grow up, as they put a lot of pods on, as they get heavier and they start to lean on you, just be vigilant, look for that. Treat things if you need to, be aware of what's going on in your fields. And other than that, man, you're going to keep things going on. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Looking forward to putting a wrap on this season. It's been a lot of fun spending time with you. We got a lot of huge things coming up in the future. So stick with us, subscribe, check us out, and we promise we'll keep you happy. Anyways, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you later. And always remember, make farming fun.